This is not just a beautiful accessory. This is a device that counts the seconds until you end. Every second you see here is a second you will never get back. And that is why the time is probably the most valuable resource we have. Money can be earned again. A bad decision can sometimes be fixed. A failed business can be rebuilt. But time is different. Once it's gone, it's gone. We cannot return the years we already spent, but we can be much more careful with the years we still have. And this is exactly why choosing the right MLM company matters so much. Because when you join a company, you are not only investing money, you are investing months, sometimes years. You are building a customer base, you are building a team, you are building relationships. You are putting your reputation and your energy into one business model. And one of the most painful situations in MLM is realizing after 2 or 3 years that you built everything inside the wrong company. That happens very often, especially with beginners. A person enters the MLM industry without really understanding how different companies work. At first, everything looks exciting. The product looks good, the compensation plan looks attractive, the people around are very motivated. But after some time, you may understand that the business model itself does not fit to you. And by that point, you may already have invested years of your life. So in this video, I want to explain how I personally look at different MLM business models, what advantages and disadvantages they have and what I see, and what I believe you should check before you give a company something you can never get back, your time. If we speak about product-based MLM companies, for example, supplements, cosmetic, cleaning products, perfumes, and similar products, I will divide them into two main company types as you want. And then there is a third model, which I call a hybrid model. Let us start with the first one. I call it recommendation marketing. In this model, the partner usually does not sell the product directly. You recommend the product, you explain it, you send the customer into the company's website, the customer make a registration, make an order, and then company handles everything after that, logistics and so on. There are some very strong advantages of this model. First, you are location independent. You do not need boxes at home, you do not need pack orders, you do not need to go to the post office, deal with couriers and so on. You can work from almost anywhere. The company handles the logistics, that is very convenient. But there is also a disadvantage right here that people should understand from the start. The customer relationship is often controlled mainly by the company. You introduce the customer, but the customer buys through the company system. The company has their account and their personal data, email, phone, and so on. The company can send them emails, promotions, new product offers, and other marketing materials. This can actually be very helpful because the company does part of the work for you. But there is another side. If one day you decide to leave that company or your partnership ends for some reason, you may not have the same direct relationship with those customers. You help create them customer base, the company, but you do not fully control them. Another point is the retail margin. In many recommendation-based companies, the main opportunity is in the bonus plan, rather than a large profit from every single sale. That means you usually need time, volume, and a strong organization before the business becomes significant. Now let's look at the second type. I call this sales-based MLM companies. This is the traditional model many people imagine when they hear network marketing. You buy products, you keep them at home, you show them to the customers through social media or somewhere else, you sell them yourself. And this model also has advantages. The biggest one is your customer relationship, as I said before. The customer buys from you, they know you and they contact you once they want to buy. You create your own customer list and your own relationship. And normally the direct retail margin can also be more attractive than in previous model. But there is a big problem, the inventory. People want to reach a qualification, they want a bigger discount, they want to hit the next rank, so they order more products than they actually need for themselves. The main purpose of network marketing. Then another order comes, then another, and then another. And suddenly there are boxes everywhere, in the apartment, in the garage, products that were purchased with the real money but still have not been sold. This is one of the biggest risks I see in this model, because revenue is not same as profit. Buying 1,000 euros of product does not mean you have built 1,000 euro business. You still need customers who actually want to buy those products. And there is another disadvantage. You want freedom? Here is no freedom. You have Own warehouse. You receive product, you sort them, you pack them, you make shipping labels, deal with couriers, you solve delivery problems and everything. You spend a lot of time on operations. You cannot go on holidays or somewhere else. At the same point, the business starts looking very similar to traditional e-commerce or retail business. And then I think you should ask yourself a very simple question. If you already buy stock and find customers, pack orders, ship everything yourself, why not simply buy a similar product from a wholesaler? Yes, it may be another brand, but very often you can buy it cheaper and make more direct profit on every single sale. You will not receive MLM commission, of course, but you may earn more cash from the actual product. You can have less competition in your local market and choose yourself what products you want to sell. So if you are doing all that work of normal retail, the MLM company should give you a very clear additional advantage. That's why when we start our business, Parfumada, we looked at both models and we asked ourselves, can we take the strongest parts of both and remove some of the biggest problems? This is why I describe Parfumada as a hybrid model. Our philosophy is very simple. A partner should have the possibility to earn from retail sales, build long-term customer relationships, participate in the compensation plan, and at the same time remain flexible. The first part of this model is the product itself. We focus on niche perfumery rather than very low-priced products. You can ask why? It's because economics matters. Imagine one product gives you a 3 euros of retail margin. To make 1000 euros from retail, you will need to sell hundreds of units and you can get burned out. But if your margin per product is significantly higher, you can reach the same results with much lower sales volume. Of course, income is never guaranteed. It always depends on your sales, your customers, your activity, and how you build your business. But the basic mathematics very matters. Higher value per transaction can mean that you do not need huge product volume to create meaningful revenue. The second part is customer relationship and ownership. You can build your own client relationships. If you introduce someone to perfume, help them choose a fragrance, understand what they like, and continue communicating with them, this becomes your customer relationship. And the third part is logistics. We do not want every partner to become a warehouse. For example, imagine your customer lives in another city. You sell them only one bottle. Instead of ordering 10 bottles to your apartment like you do in other companies, receiving them, repacking one bottle and shipping it again, you can place an individual order using the customer delivery address. The company fulfills the shipment, the customer still came through you still manage the relationship, but you do not need to physically touch the package. This is the trick. This means you can work while traveling, you can work from another city, even another country. And you do not need a garage full of unsold perfume. At the same time, the model allows partners to combine retail margin with rewards from the company compensation plan when the relevant requirements are met. That is what I mean when I say hybrid MLM model. Direct customer relationships, retail margin, and company logistics. And the possibility to build a larger organization. So if you're choosing an MLM company today, do not look only at the percentage written in the compensation plan. Ask better questions. Who owns the customer relationship? Do I need to hold inventory? Do I need to buy product just to maintain a qualification? How much I can realistically earn from one normal retail sale? Who handles the delivery? Can I operate the business while traveling? Is the product something people genuinely want to buy again? And most importantly, does this business give me more freedom as I grow? Or does it give me more work, more boxes, and more obligations? Because choosing the right company is not only about choosing what looks profitable today. It is about choosing the structure you will still want to work with several years from now. And remember where we started this video. The time is the one resource you cannot earn back. You can earn money and recover them. You can change a product, you can rebuild the business, but you cannot recover 3 years spent building the wrong one. So choose carefully. Understand the model. Understand what you are actually building. And make sure that the company you choose gives you not only an opportunity to earn more money, but also a chance to protect your freedom and your time. This is exactly what we tried to solve when we created Parfumada partner model. So if you want to learn more about Parfumada and our products, our niche fragrance business, you can find the information below and partner link for the registration. We're waiting for you. Let's build a strong and independent business together.